Hi everybody, Sam back again with another interview, and we have the lovely Charlotte Lister with us today. Charlotte Lister is the Ms. Diamond South Yorkshire. Is that for 2019-2020? Has it gone over?
It was originally 2019-2020 because the final should have been in May this year. I don't know if it's going to get extended to 2021 though. You never know.
Oh, we'll have to see. To see. I love those earrings, by the way. Where'd you get those
Thank
from?
you. They're from, I always say it wrong, is it Salty Couture?
Salty, Salty.
Yes. I'm terrible with pronunciation sometimes, but yeah, I got a lucky dip box, so it had all different colour earrings in, which is coming very, very handy for when I'm doing things like these and loads of online photos, so it always looks slightly different, but it kind of matched my dress, even though it does look like I'm not wearing a dress because of the angle of the camera.
I can see you're not naked now.
No, I don't look naked anymore. I've got clothes.
Love it.
I couldn't find anything to wear, and I thought, I'll put this on, and then now I've tried to set everything up. It does look like I'm partially naked, so I do apologise.
I'm glad you've shown us that you're not. That would have just been a bit weird. Interviewing a naked queen. Yes, no, thank you.
Well, stranger things happened in lockdown. You never know anymore.
I know people are changing a lot. So I have got Charlotte was my first ever interview person who actually asked me to interview. So I was like, yeah, definitely. So I'm really intrigued to find out more about you, because I actually knew nothing about you until this. And then I went onto your profile and I saw that you've been interviewing too. So you've been really busy. Are you doing that as part of your platform?
So my actual pageant platform is cancer awareness and end of life care. I'm quite an active queen, so when lockdown happened, I was like, what can I do to keep pageant sane? So I started a little blog highlighting different online campaigns that I was taking part in, did it as a weekly thing, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to start interviewing other queens just to keep me a bit pageant sane, spread everyone's journeys as well, and messages and platforms, why they got into pageants, the stories, and it just completely took off, and it's been amazing. I think I'm nearly on 5,000 views. So
brilliant.
Been interviewing for about 5 weeks, so I'm really, really happy with it. It's been incredible.
Are you a big believer in fate, Charlotte?
I am most of the time, yeah.
Right, okay. Get this, because this has just shocked me, right? I didn't know you did that, but I actually run my own cancer charity.
Oh, really?
So how weird is it that we've just come together and I said I didn't know you at all?
Yeah.
And do you work in end-of-life care or something?
No, it kind of developed. It was always cancer awareness, my platform, because I've lost 2 granddads, a grandma to cancer. My dad and my aunt are both in remission.
Wow.
And then a couple of years ago, I found a lump in my breast, and it was the most scariest thing I've ever been through. I mean, the GP was fantastic. She referred me straight to the hospital. Within 2 weeks, I had an ultrasound. It's nothing serious, but it was petrifying. So I just wanted to raise awareness for that. And then when I got researching about cancer, I did find out that around 25% of the UK deaths pre-lockdown, I can't obviously comment on COVID-19 deaths, was actually due to cancer. And then when I was reading about it, a lot of people don't die where they want to. And I know it's a horrible, horrible topic, and it's not a nice one, but people's wishes aren't taken into account. So they'll want to die at home, but they're dying in hospital or in a hospice. They haven't got their friends around them. They're not getting the right treatment at the end. They're not getting the correct pain relief. And it's actually really, really sad. So I decided to combine the two as much as I could as a campaign, well, as a platform. And it seems to be working quite well.
I might be able to help you with that one, because that is a major problem within my charity, and we have links with people who will set up, I can myself as well, we sit down with a cancer patient and we can do an end-of-life care plan.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people
registered, they don't, you're right, but once that's registered with the doctor, then that's what the nurses and everything kind of thing have to do. Because another issue you have is you have relatives who think they know best for that patient, And it
Yeah.
could be something really simple, like the patient likes a fresh air coming in their room, you know, when they're about to die, they want fresh air in the room. And then a relative comes in, oh, it's too cold, and close the window. Then that end of life plan can actually give the nurse permission to override the family member. So
Exactly.
It's really important to do. I will have to have a chat once this video is finished about this. But yeah, might be things I can help you with.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be seen as a bad thing. I don't think it's.
Oh,
I was speaking to
massive.
an American
It's massive.
queen. She says people need to see it as a different thing. Don't see it as death. See it as a transition process.
Do you know, it's surprising as well because sorry, a big bumblebee is just
and
coming
see
to here.
Oh.
Can you hear that?
No, not quite.
Oh, that's scary. It's a big one. It's just come right next to me in the house. If I jump up all of a sudden, it's because it's attacked me. Okay.
Okay.
I don't do bees. Not that big anyway.
Oh no, I don't. I don't like bees, but I'll never hurt a bee because without bees, I wouldn't have my morning coffee. So it's
Exactly.
very.
Do you have honey in yours too?
I used to actually. I've gone back onto sugar toast as well. Love honey on toast.
Gotcha. I love honey on toast with banana. just
Oh,
add the
yeah.
banana as well. You've got a sweet tooth like me, haven't you? I can see it.
I've got a big sweet tooth. Big sweet tooth. Sweets, chocolate, cake, you name it. And lockdown's just killed my waistline. It's just gone.
I said gyms are going to be overrun once this lockdown's gone. It's going to have to be overrun. So, question for you. What got you into pageantry? And when was that?
So I competed in my first pageant in 2012. I actually got scouted for my local Miss England contest.
Wow.
And I really, really wanted to compete, but then I found out that they didn't accept mums into their system. So I did some Googling and I found a system that did accept mums. Competed in my first one, didn't place, didn't win. Absolutely loved it. Got that, what everyone says, pageant bug.
It's real. It's real.
And then I did a couple of more competitions. I did Face of the Globe before it ceased trading. I went to Paris to compete at the international. And then I did a couple after that with a woman who also ceased trading. I'm like a curse for pageants.
Oh my goodness.
And
don't say that on here. All the pageant directors will be refusing you from now on.
Like, no, don't let her in. And then I had a bit of a break, and because I have split custody with my daughter with a dad, I thought now's the right time, because when I do compete, I do try and give it my all, you know, in the run up to the final. As many appearances that are part of my platform, online campaigns, press, all that kind of thing. And it is basically like a job to me. I do class it as a job.
It is actually a job, isn't it?
I drive my mother off insane with the amount of pageant talk, and I really, really missed it. So I thought I'm going to come back, because I got selected for Miss Diamond when I was a Miss. I think about 4 years ago. But I think I had a holiday at the same time as the final, so I couldn't compete. And I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to do it. And then now I'm a Miss. So I'm looking forward.
Love it. So why is it that you stay involved in pageantry? What is it that you love about pageantry? Why do you keep coming in for more and more? I know we've got the bug, but what is it that makes you go, yes, I'm doing another one?
I think it's the friends that you meet. That's a big thing. I've got 2 really close friends from pageants. One that I met in 2012, and then one I think I met about 4 years ago. I speak to both of them every week, and they are literally my besties. So that's one reason. And I do feel that it's very, very empowering when you walk onto that stage and everyone's staring at you, and you know what, you've actually got the confidence to be able to do it, because it is scary walking in the blooming 6-inch heels. You know,
and a lot of people wouldn't want everybody looking at them like that, and the fact that you can do that makes you go, I did that, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's that confidence building, that empowerment that you get from it, and it's just incredible, the feeling that you get from being able to do that. And when I've competed before as well, giving like a speech on stage, even if it's just like a minute, it's just, I actually did that. I got on stage, I spoke about something really close to me in front of hundreds of people. I did that. You know, I'm a superstar now. I'm a queen. It does give you that feeling. It's hard to explain to the non-pageant community what it means to you, and plus I like wearing pretty dresses as well. You know, that's always a bit.
When do we get to do that now? When do we get to do that? This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I've got 3 children and a dog. Sometimes I have 4 children, depends on the mood of my husband. But
Right.
but we don't go out anywhere or do anything because we're both self-employed. Obviously, I'm self-employed with my charity. But so when do I get time for me? That's why I do pageants as well. It wasn't initially, but now I'm on a mission to be first lady queened with first lady. Can't speak today. First queen crowned with 1 boob because I've had breast cancer.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
When you were talking about it before, I was like, yep, get that. That 2-week wait for results and everything. I get that. And I've got, I counted it up yesterday. I've been saying 174 ladies to everybody, but it's actually 186 ladies I support right now with cancer, and it's all different cancers. Do you know what I mean?
Incredible.
But we all support each other, so to speak. It's like little groups of people who get it, who understand where you're feeling, and so it's getting really big. And we just managed to get a lottery grant as well that's allowing me to employ 5 people for 3 years. So it was a big one. So I'm up the wall doing that at the moment. This lockdown's actually really been helpful because I've been able to have time to do this. You know what I mean? But so it's that kind of empowering ladies and that sense of empowerment on stage that you need for yourself in some way. Because I know you sound like you're very much like me. You give, and you enjoy empowering people. Come on, you can do it. You've got this to do it, that type of thing. But then there has got to be something for you too, to recharge your batteries, hasn't there?
I mean, everyone has their hobbies. I mean, some people do sports, some people go to the gym, some people do arts and crafts. And for me, my hobby is pageants, and just allows me to be me and not be a mum or a stepmom or a girlfriend or, you know, a doggy mum. It just lets me again. You're right. It just lets you
helps
be
you find who you are, and it helps you find who the best version of you is as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So they really, really are, and I do love them. And I think that's why I keep coming back for more.
That's excellent. And how do you think pageants empower other people? For example, if I was a teenager and I was like, I couldn't do a pageant, why should I do a pageant? What would you say to them? What would I get out of it? What type of things?
For a teenager who says that they couldn't do it, I think there would be some underlying confidence issues, because if they were fully 100% confident in themselves, they'd just say, yeah, I can do that, I just don't want to. So I think for them it'd be an amazing thing to do to build up the confidence. It also gives them opportunities to meet friends from different areas of the UK or potentially the world if the pageant did lead on to international. If the pageant does lead on to international, they get the opportunity to travel and learn new cultures as well. Harriet Lane, she's done a lot of travelling with her pageant. She's been to America and she's been to Japan, so she's had some amazing opportunities. She's also had to learn, well, she didn't have to, but she also learned some Japanese as well. So, there's quite a lot of opportunities from pageants as well. And I think a lot of the opportunities that teenagers and ourselves get as Mrs, whatever title we want, classic as well. We get other skills such as public speaking, interview skills, and we can actually relate those skills into day-to-day life as well. Going for a job interview, things like that. So for me, pageants, getting into them as a teenager can just give you so many different opportunities and different life skills. So I say to anyone, you should definitely enter. I think majority of people do end up re-entering anyway, but they should definitely enter just because you can learn so much. It isn't just about wearing a pretty dress. The skills that you learn will carry through for years and years and years. So anyone says to me why, you should.
I agree completely with you. And I think there's like an overriding thing when people do get into pageantries. Oh, it's so expensive, and things, the fees and the dresses and all the outfits and stuff. But actually, when you're in it for a bit, you start getting little tips, don't you? Figuring things out and going, oh, I don't have to do that. That doesn't have to be that expensive. And I think the more you're in the community, the more you can learn these things and people help each other. It's such a family, isn't it?
It
Wouldn't
really
you
is.
agree?
So many like buy and swap dress groups as well, which are fantastic. You don't have to then go out and spend £400-500 on a dress.
Yeah.
You can get one for under £100, and it's probably been worn once, and it probably cost £500 when it was brand new, and it's only like 6 or 12 months old. You know, your entry fees, you can try and get business sponsors as well to help them. It doesn't have to be so expensive. You can try and get cheap hotels if you don't want to stay in the actual hotel final. You can get one down the road a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Your pageant shoes, you know, like your earrings, you know, you don't have to spend a fortune on them. You can get things quite cheap, but you're right, you know, you do have to be in the community to learn these like little tips and things like that, to be able to help you. I've been quite lucky. I've been in it for quite a while now, so I know where to go for the cheaper kind of dresses as well, which is still expensive, but cheaper than what they were.
Yeah, yeah.
I just bought one this morning as well, so I got a backup fashion wear. I'm hoping it fits though, because like I said earlier, my waistline is like but yeah, I've got a backup fashion wear because when I got my evening wear, it's too short, so
Right.
I'm going to try to customise it into fashion wear, but if it fails, I've got a backup fashion wear, so
Yeah.
that's my plan.
I think that's one of the biggest things that I've come across now is customizing and adapting.
Yeah.
There's quite a few dresses I've got now, second-hand dresses that you can get, and you just think, oh, if that had diamonds there, oh, if that had this, if that, and I'm actually enjoying doing that down lockdown. I bought myself one of those mannequins.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, oh, sewing diamonds on, and it's actually really good mindfulness activity. It switches my mind off, and it helps me empower myself even more, because you have to relax your brain, don't you? You have to have time for yourself, otherwise you can't be empowered. So what would you say empowers you? Why do you get up every day? What is it that makes you go, today is going to be a good day?
Probably my daughter and my partner, like they're big things for me. My little girl is 9 now, and she's literally a little mini me. Like a dress delivered the other day, my new formal dress, and I tried it on, and she's like, "Mummy, you look beautiful," but it's my turn to try it on now.
Oh, bless.
So, yeah, she definitely makes me get up in the morning and be happy. I mean, she's at a dance today, which is a bit, but you know, it's giving me a day to myself, a pageant day, because my partner just started back at work on Tuesday as well, on shorter shifts. So got like a full pageant day to myself. So and then pageants empower me as well, sharing everyone's stories with the interviews. That's been amazing. Filming my little videos about my awarenesses, because I did the Dying Awareness Week the other week. Instead of just posting a photo, I decided to do it as a video. I've got quite a few videos to film today as well, which I'm going to schedule to be posted, you know, at later dates.
Yeah.
There's Volunteers Week, Cancer Survivors Awareness Month, and there's another one I think I need to film. So, but I prefer doing the videos because you can put a little bit more of your own personality into it as well.
Yeah.
And it helps you
communicate it better. You can communicate things better. Yeah, definitely. Ooh. Oh, that was me then. It wasn't. It was a fly. Oh, did you see my face? I jumped out my skin then.
That was quite funny.
I just hope the freeze frame for this video isn't me doing that face. It'd be awful. So do you have like a life quote that you go by in life that you think every time you feel a little bit low, that's the quote that you go to motivate yourself? Have you got one?
Actually a bit of a daft one. I got told it when I first started working in sales when I was about 18, and it's just simply positive mental attitude. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's a complete sales thing, but you can apply it to day-to-day life. So if you're feeling a bit down, everything's probably going to go wrong that day, but if you try and think positive, I bet you're going to have a really, really good day. And it is all about your mindset, and I think it is a quote that has stuck by me. I think I actually have it on my Facebook somewhere as well. I don't know, it's just, you hear some quotes, don't you, and that one just stuck with me for the last, oh my god, 14 years. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to keep lying about my Facebook age. Start going down soon. I'll be back to a miss in no time.
Oh, listen to you. I think yeah, I'm in classic with some, so do you know what I mean? So I'm on the other end. I've got no choice in the matter. These eyes don't lie.
Mine are getting worse at the moment during lockdown. The amount of sheet masks I'm going through with hydrochloric acid in is unreal. I'm just be doing one every day at present. Face mask, give me face mask. I'm looking old.
You'll end up looking like Freddy Krueger. You'll make your face away. You go too far with it. So, last question then. So if you had somebody who wasn't quite feeling it, wasn't feeling empowered, and you know, you could see they can do it, but they're just, no, I can't. What would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
I'd probably just take them away from the environment that they're in. So if they're in like a backstage with everyone, just take them to a quiet corner or a different room, or even ladies' bathroom. That's a good place to have these like motivational chats, is ladies' bathroom, especially at pageants. Take them aside and just try and explain to them that they can do it. They're amazing. You know, they're incredible for even getting to the final. You know, and they can go on that stage and, you know, smash it, and just remind them of what accomplishments that they've done during the regional reign, and then just give them a bit of tough love and say, you get out on that stage and you do it. You show everyone why you need to win that title. So start with it softly approach, and then go tough love.
Yeah.
So,
and if tough love doesn't work,
yeah,
I'm joking.
In a nice way.
No, I love it. No, that's really good. And I think that's the same in life as well, isn't it? When people are in a low place or a dark place, take them out of the environment they're in, because you attract people who are like you. So if you're in a dark place and you're in a negative place, you're going to speak to people, and 9 times out of 10 the people around you will be the same, and they'll be influencing that move. Yeah, surround yourself by people that you want to be like. That's what I say, and it pulls you up and pulls you out of it all. Find the things that are really, really pick you up. Like, I like to get my tunes on from back in the day when I used to go clubbing it all the time. That pulls me out of a bad mood.
It's a big thing though, and I think during lockdown it's become even bigger as well. You know, people are listening to more music as well to try and switch the mindset to a happy place. Music can really do that, because I think you attach each song to a different memory, and if it's a happy memory, it does just put you back in that happy place. So music is definitely a big thing.
But I do think that if people are in a low place, it's okay to be low, or as they say, cheesiness, it's okay not to be okay. But as long as you don't stay there and you do take steps to get out.
Everyone has the low days. I've had my low days in the past. When I left my daughter's dad, it was one of the toughest parts of my life. It really, really was. Starting everything from scratch with nothing. It was horrible. And I had a lot of low days. But I got through it, and I did have to seek help from friends, family, and the GP. But I did get through it. So it is okay to be low. But you've just got to remember, you've just got to keep going, and one day everything will get better. And I am so happy now in my mindset and my current surroundings and my family, and everything is really, really good. You can't stay in that bad place. You need to get out. You need to seek help. You really, really do.
Oh, that's brilliant advice. So thank you very much for coming on and chatting with me. And good luck with Diamond.
Thank you. Hopefully it won't be
really
long.
well. You can see just how, and I know I keep saying this word, empowered, but you're very empowered, because you're so assertive, and you mean what you say, and you know what you're talking about, and I think that'll come across really well with you for Diamond. So good luck with that one, and I really do appreciate you letting me interview you.
Thank you. I love the interviews. I think they're brilliant. I think they're a good way to speak to new people as well, and also practice your interview skills for the actual final as well. Definitely. I think they are really good, and it's nice to speak to someone as well who knows about end of life care. You're the first person I've ever spoken to who knows life care, things like that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
I love it. You want to say bye-bye to everybody? Give everybody a wave. Bye-bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll speak to you soon on my next one. Bye bye.